Ever wondered how to properly use a fish hook to increase your chances of a successful catch? Well, you're not alone. The art of hooking a fish is a skill every angler wants to master. It's not just about casting a line, it's about understanding how to use this tiny piece of metal to its fullest potential. In this video, we'll guide you step by step, uncovering the secrets of using a fish hook effectively. So, stay tuned if you want to improve your fishing skills. Before we dive into the tutorial, let's first understand what a fish hook is. A fish hook, as the name suggests, is a device used primarily for catching fish. It's a simple yet ingenious invention, crafted to take advantage of a fish's natural instinct to bite at potential food sources. The fish hook is designed with a sharp point to penetrate a fish's mouth and a curved shape to prevent the fish from escaping once it's bitten down. The other end of the hook, known as the eye, is where the fishing line is attached. When a fish takes the bait attached to the hook and tries to swim away, the pull on the line causes the hook to set in the fish's mouth. Fish hooks come in various sizes, shapes, and materials, each designed for a specific type of fishing or species of fish. Now that we know what a fish hook is, we can proceed to the main tutorial. Fish hooks come in various shapes and sizes, each designed for a specific type of fishing. Let's dive into the world of fish hooks, shall we? First up, we have the J hooks. The name says it all. These hooks look like the letter J, and they are great for live bait fishing. They work by embedding themselves in the fish's mouth when it takes the bait. However, they require a bit of skill, as you need to set the hook at the right time. Next, we have circle hooks. Now, these are interesting. They have a circular shape and a point that turns inwards. This design helps to hook the fish in the corner of its mouth, reducing the chance of gut hooking. Circle hooks are a favorite among catch and release anglers. Then there are treble hooks. These have not one, not two, but 3 points on a single shank. They are typically used with artificial lures and provide multiple chances to hook a fish. But be careful, they can cause more damage to the fish, so they're not the best choice for catch and release fishing. We also have double hooks. These are similar to treble hooks, but with only 2 points. They're often used for large bait fishing and are great for catching bigger fish. Seawash hooks, on the other hand, are single hooks with an open eye. They're usually used in place of treble hooks on lures and are less harmful to the fish. Lastly, we have worm hooks. These are designed specifically for plastic worm fishing. They have a wide gap and a turned-in point to keep the worm secure and the fish hooked. Each of these hooks has its unique features and benefits. Some are better for catch and release, others for big game fishing, and still others for specific types of bait. Remember, the type of hook you choose can greatly affect your fishing experience. Choosing the right hook is crucial. And now that you're familiar with the types, let's move on to the actual use of a fish hook. The first step to using a fish hook is preparing it. So, how do you get your fish hook ready for the big catch? Well, it all begins with tying the knot. Tying the knot might seem daunting at first, but with a bit of practice, you'll have it down in no time. The most commonly used knot in fishing is the improved clinch knot. To tie this knot, pass the line through the eye of the hook, then make 5 turns around the line. Pass the end of the line back through the loop nearest the eye, then back through the large loop you just made. Pull the knot tight. Remember, a well-tied knot can be the difference between a successful catch and a disappointing day on the water. Next, let's talk about attaching the bait. The type of bait you use will depend on the type of fish you're aiming to catch, but the process of attaching it to the hook is pretty universal. Simply skewer the bait onto the hook, making sure it's secure but still has some movement. This will make it more enticing to our underwater friends. Now, we've tied our knot, we've attached our bait, but there's one more step in preparing our fish hook: checking the sharpness. A dull hook can mean a missed opportunity, so it's important to ensure your hook is as sharp as it can be. To test the sharpness, lightly drag the point of the hook over your thumbnail. If it scratches the nail without sliding off, it's sharp enough. If it slides off, it's time to either sharpen it or replace it. And there you have it. You've tied your knot, attached your bait, and checked the sharpness of your hook. You've prepared your fish hook, and you're ready to go. But remember, like any skill, preparing a fish hook takes practice. So don't be discouraged if it doesn't go perfectly the first time. Keep at it, and you'll be a pro before you know it. Having prepared the hook correctly, you're now ready to cast your line. The next step is to cast your line into the water. Let's delve into this all-important step, an art that requires a blend of technique, precision, and sometimes a touch of luck. Casting your line is more than just a throw. It's a calculated move that could determine the success of your fishing expedition. The first thing to keep in mind is the casting technique. There are various casting techniques out there, but let's focus on the overhead cast, a common and effective method. Start by gripping the rod near the reel with your dominant hand. Your thumb should be pressing down on the line to keep it from unspooling prematurely. Swing the rod back over your shoulder, then swiftly bring it forward in a smooth, fluid motion. As your rod comes forward, release your thumb from the line at the peak of your cast to send it sailing into the water. Accuracy is paramount in casting. You want your bait to land in the right spot where the fish are likely to be. This comes with practice and understanding the water you're fishing in. Pay attention to signs of fish activity around you, like splashing water or birds diving. A well-placed cast can significantly increase your chances of a catch. Common mistakes while casting can be counterproductive. One such error is casting too hard, which might cause the line to tangle or the bait to fly off. Remember, casting is not about power. It's about precision and control. Another common mistake is not observing the wind direction. The wind can drift your line off target, so always take note of it before casting. Lastly, remember to be patient. Casting is a skill that takes time to master. Don't be disheartened if your first few casts don't go as planned. Learn from each cast, adjust your technique, and over time, you'll see improvement. With your line in the water, you're now ready to catch some fish. Embrace the thrill of the wait, the anticipation of the tug, and the joy of the catch. Happy fishing. Once a fish bites, it's time to set the hook. Now, setting the hook is a crucial part of fishing. It's the moment where your patience pays off, and the dance with the fish truly begins. But it's not about brute force. It's a delicate balance of timing and strength, a skill that can only be honed with practice and understanding. Imagine this. You feel a tug, a pull, a dance at the end of your line. This is the moment. You need to act, but not too hastily. Give the fish a second to fully bite down on the bait. This is where patience comes in. React too soon, and you might lose the catch. Wait too long, and the fish might spit out the bait. Next comes the force. Once you're sure the fish has bitten, lift your rod tip swiftly and firmly, but not too strongly. The goal here is to embed the hook into the fish's mouth. Overdo it, and you might tear the fish's mouth, causing it to escape. Underdo it, and the hook might not set properly, once again leading to a lost catch. Remember, each fish species behaves differently. Some require a harder set, while others need a more gentle approach. Understanding your target fish's behavior is key here. Practice and experience will eventually guide you to perfect this delicate dance. The tug of war between you, the rod, the line, and the fish is what makes fishing such an enriching experience. Setting the hook correctly ensures a successful catch. To wrap up, let's quickly go over the key points we've covered today. We've delved into the world of fish hooks, exploring the different types, including the J-hook, circle hook, and treble hook, each with its unique purpose and application. We've also discussed how to prepare your hook, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a sharp point for effective penetration and the role of barbs in keeping the fish on the line. In terms of casting the line, we've examined the importance of precision and patience, and the technique required to ensure your bait lands exactly where you want it to. Finally, we've tackled setting the hook, a crucial step to securing your catch, where timing and the right amount of force are key. These points are integral to becoming a proficient angler, and with practice, you'll master them. With these tips, you're well on your way to becoming a more successful angler. Happy fishing!